Gently does it. A smooth journey.
Raise your glasses! Shout it loud, friends! To us! To the Carnival! And to our very own laureate! A name that echoes through the world, destined to roam the skies before shaking the earth!
Don't be fooled by how he looks. Brant is already deep in his cups, drunk as a skunk. Oh, let him enjoy himself. The taste of victory is still fresh. And after such a battle, we should celebrate to the fullest. Drink your fill, everyone. This round's on me.
Yay!
I see someone's been eavesdropping. A devout acolyte wouldn't enter such a place without a good reason. The Montelli family is known for its hospitality, but freeloaders will not find us so welcoming.
Friends, let's keep the mood lively.
Come, let's discuss the information we've gathered so far. During the carnival, you heard the Sentinel's voice and found a girl named Carlote. We've dug up some information on her. In the Order, every high-ranking acolyte is given a new name. We contacted the acolyte Phoebe. After some digging in the Order's records, she confirmed that before taking on her holy title, the Blessed Fleur-de-Lis was called Carlote. But the Blessed Maiden, she martyred herself 20 years ago. The family will uncover the truth. The only remaining clue is the inverted tower you mentioned hearing about from the Sentinel. But even that feels elusive. Judging by your expression, you must have discovered something new, right? Do you recall what we learned from the stained glass in the tower ruins? There were two divinities at the dawn of Rinascita. If one refers to the Sentinel, then the other, who could stand alongside them, might be the Threnodian. The two are undoubtedly linked, so uncovering one could lead us to the other. Remember Gilberto from the Physalia family? It took a lot to get him to talk, but we finally got some information from him. As he tells it, the Physalia family's long-revered deity is none other than Leviathan, the Threnodian from the sea's depths. It's hard to believe, I know. But recent events have only reinforced what we discovered from the stained glass. The Phasalia family has been on this island since the founding of Rinascita, so their worship of the Threnodian may have persisted for centuries. We will attempt to establish contact with the Phasalias to build an alliance and gather more intelligence. Rest assured, negotiation is what we do best. If necessary, we'll present them with an offer they can't refuse.
Excuse me for the interruption. Greetings, esteemed guest. The Primus wishes to invite you for a conversation at the Cathedral of Mercury. Would you be so inclined?
How curious. Since when has the Primus become so interested in social calls?
It could very well be a trap.
I'm merely conveying the Primus's invitation. The choice is yours.
Remember, you're not alone. If anything happens, just let us know.
Very well. Please follow me to the Cathedral of Mercury.
Gently does it? Lighter than a dove. Gently does it?
Never before have I seen a day so steeped in both shadow and light. The birds sing, the flowers bloom, yet this world knows neither true joy nor eternity. Come closer, righteous one. There's no need for hesitation. I am Fenrico, the Primus of the Order of the Deep. Your deeds have reached my ears, and I have long wished to meet you. Alas, the burdens of this world delayed our meeting until now. I beg your pardon for the wait. Please accept my respect for you. You and your troop have shown great talent and ambition, breathing new life into Raguna. I ask you to deliver this message to your companions. From this day forth, the troop shall have permanent rights to perform within the city. All mortals stumble, but through pilgrimage, they have cleansed their souls and atoned for their transgressions. They have earned their right to return to this divinely blessed land. I understand that questions weigh on your heart. In the presence of a just divinity, speak freely, and I will answer with all the honesty I possess. By the great Sentinel Imperator, I swear to you, there shall be no deceit in my words. You have walked a path similar to theirs. Indeed, you have the right to meet them. However, due to the dark tide 2 decades ago, the Sentinel's body was gravely wounded and remains in a state of recovery. If you wish to meet them, I will convey your request. I see the thirst for truth in your eyes. It is clear that doubts still linger in your heart. Please, voice your concerns. Fleur-de-Lis. She was the emissary of the Sentinel, and we are grateful for her contributions. 20 years ago, during the Dark Tide, she sacrificed herself to seal the calamity. She fulfilled her duties in this world and returned to the divine embrace. Do you know how the Dark Tide came into being? In Rinascita, wars were waged in the name of faith, tearing apart the Sentinel as our faith divided, weakening their divine power. The Dark Tide's true essence is the divine blood shed from the Sentinel's wounds. That tragic past left deep scars, and with their divine power drained, they could not prevent the Dark Tide's surge 20 years ago. The Blessed Maiden chose to martyr herself. She once again resonated with the Sentinel and, through her sacrifice, restored some of their divine power, bringing an end to the Dark Tide. Yet, the Sentinel remains in a state of healing and still requires a mortal representative. Following the Blessed Maiden's departure, I was granted new authority to cleanse the aftermath of the Dark Tide. I received the divinity's blessing and became the new Enlightened One. By their will, I fulfill the tasks left unfinished in this world. Therefore, we must unify all beliefs, ensuring the purity and unity of our will to prevent another tragedy.
He said she once again resonated with the Sentinel. Was that really a second resonance awakening? Sentinel Jue had a trial with Jinshi, but my permission was needed to transfer the Sentinel's power.
I swear, my words are without deceit. I see in your eyes that you have walked further on the path of justice than I anticipated. Oh, dear Sentinel, please forgive my transgressions. The Dark Tide brought us a blood-stained lesson. To keep our people from faltering, I bound myself to silence, locking away what I witnessed on that fateful day. Fleur-de-Lis, the unrighteous, deceived us all. She was not the Blessed Maiden chosen by the Sentinel. The true maiden has yet to reveal herself. You must know that a being capable of rivaling our divinity exists in this world. Humanity's eternal adversary, the evil of all civilizations, the Threnodian. As the Sentinel has their resonator, so does the Threnodian. Fleur-de-Lis was shaped, both body and spirit, by our ancient enemy. Her actions were intended to plunge this city into fear and chaos. This is the truth I witnessed. Fleur-de-Lis was the Threnodian's resonator.
How can that be? That blessed maiden, could she really be the Threnodian's resonator? What if the Primus's words were a bunch of baloney? But we saw Carlote following the Sentinel's instructions. They wouldn't mix up their own resonator, right? Now my head hurts. Who was she really with? The Sentinel or the Threnodian? Well, probably won't get any more answers from him.
All the clues we've gathered so far point to the Threnodian. And the Phasalia family worships the Threnodian. We'll have to wait for Carlote to arrange an audience with them. Something tells me this carnival is just the beginning. There's more ahead. I'm sure of it.
Frolova, you do have a knack for indulging in pointless little chores.
Why, there's no rule against an actor making good use of the intermission. Besides, I haven't disrupted your arrangement, have I? The one from a faraway land who discerns the truth dares to raise their sword against the divine. In response, the slumbering gods break free from their shackles, revealing their true forms. The possibility of the second resonance awakening is now a certainty, so we just need to see if that special resonator truly exists. Was the Blessed Maiden a resonator for the Sentinel or the Threnodian? Or both? If so, a resonator capable of wielding both powers. I am eager to see how this story ends. Cristoforo, if you don't want to spoil the next act, I might have to give your carefully crafted plot a little nudge. Speaking of which, that rover shines brighter than anyone else in your play. Do you find him interesting as well?
Frolova, it seems we walk different paths. I don't share your fondness for that sort of puppet theater. I merely place the characters on their stage and they act out their fates, driven by their own volition. To remain courageous amidst absurdity. To pursue a spark of divine grace. This, to me, is the truest essence of humanity. Don't you think? Even the most pristine cadence of death pales beside the untamed, fervent, and tenacious spirits of the living. In their journey, they resolutely overcome all obstacles. They pursue, they tear, they burn, simply because they desire to.
I think you should leave your secluded mansion. Take a walk and listen to the voices scattered across the world.
Perhaps. From Huanglong to Rinascita, he has indeed added a few unexpectedly beautiful notes to my symphony.
I am certain that, even without any direction, he will walk the path that destiny has laid before him. All things ascend toward a singular point of convergence, and what awaits at the end is immortality. Before the tides of fate, we are all but humble servants.
The midnight chime is faded, yet the night endures. Restless hearts long for an understanding that should be ours. In the freest place of Raguna, I await your arrival. This should be the place Capello mentioned in his invitation.
With this invitation, I wish to personally thank you for all you have done for the Montelli family, and to amend the slight misstep in your reception. I hope this gesture will help to mend any misunderstandings and strengthen our alliance. In the name of the Montellis, I shall honor my allies as I do my own kin and blood. In the freest place of Raguna, I await your arrival. Yours sincerely, Capello Montelli.
I knew it. Another invitation. That's kind of their signature, huh? But this wasn't Carlotta. Who's this Capello guy? Oh, yeah. The big boss of the vault and all that jazz. Guess it won't hurt swinging by Carlotta's family. They do owe us a big one. I bet he's got something good planned. A pile of money. Maybe a mega feast! Ugh. I've been feeling pretty weird lately. My head's all wobbly. I might not be able to show right when you need me. Okay, you've got this. If anything happens, just smash your way through. Anyway, I'll leave this to you then. Oh, but hey, if you ever need my help, just give me a shout, okay?
Locate me so precisely and deliver the invitation right into my hands. This Capello Montelli knows what he's doing.
Forgive me for not meeting you properly until now. Guest from the Black Shores, laureate of the Carnival, savior and friend of the Montellis. Your presence is an honor. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Capello Montelli, Carlotta's uncle, son of the Padrino, and the next head of the family.
Given Capello's stature, a private meeting at this hour. Is it really just about gratitude?
Without you, the traitors wouldn't have been captured, and I freed from their hands. While Carlotta has expressed our family's gratitude, I feel obliged to do it in person. But unfortunately, the traitors had little to offer, and the one behind them is still in the shadows. Unnerving, isn't it? I'll wait for her findings, then. Things aren't as bright for the Montellis as they may seem. The Order, Physaelias, and the Fraxidas, any attempt to break the status quo puts us at risk. The traitors we captured were a warning, but also a reminder to survive. I must seek alliances beyond the family. Especially with you, just as Carlotta did. Now that you mention it, let me be clear. Carlotta is dear to me, and nothing will change that. But she's from the lesser branch of the family. Tradition says I, the rightful heir, should manage dealings with the Black Shores, not her. Restoring order and benefiting the family as I intended, that's what I meant in the letter by amending a slight misstep. The leader of the Black Shores must have sent you here with a purpose. Tell me, and I will offer you support far beyond what Carlotta could provide. The choice is yours, of course. But as the family heir, I will not see my authority undermined, even by those I consider allies. So if you can't stand by my side, I prefer you stay out of the Montellis' affairs. Otherwise, believe me, you won't want to find yourself at odds with us, no matter how strong you are. You're welcome to remain an observer from the sidelines, but once you join the table, you play by the rules. My rules.
Well said. But the rules are not set in stone, are they? What matter of intrigue brought you and Rover together at this hour, Uncle? A table. Are we speaking of a splendid card game, then?
Your timing is most unfortunate. Our little chat just finished.
Pity. I didn't think you'd pull him aside for a private word, especially after all Rover and I have been through together. But since you've finished, would you excuse us now?
Carlotta, You stay. I have more to discuss with you.
Meet me at the rendezvous. Beware the ice.
A gun is a powerful tool, but only in the hands of the worthy.
I understand, Uncle. I've never forgotten where my privileges come from, nor will I covet what's not mine. The Black Shores, the Carnival. My sole principle is whether they benefit the Montellis. I will execute any command that strengthens the family, and crush any threats to our standing.
Very well. Keep your words in mind.
Uncle, about Bennett, have you heard?
That family thief stealing from the vault. Why? Are you suggesting I failed my duties?
Not at all. I just happened to overhear someone talking about it in passing.
I'm more entangled in the Montelli family schemes than I ever realized. When I went after the traitors, no. Carlotta warned me about eyes, so she probably wants me to avoid unnecessary attention. Not sure why, but staying under the radar is never a bad idea. Carlotta's not here yet. Guess I have to wait.
Might I trouble you for a light, young man? Oh well, a cigar without smoke. My granddaughter told me Raguna's reign is a bad omen. Can't argue with that now, can I?
You've been looking at this painting for a while. Anything special about it?
Oh. Did it capture your interest as well? Or are you simply passing the time until the rain ends?
It's only the investor's nature in me. I find myself irresistibly drawn to items of unique value. The Montelli family prides themselves on their eclectic taste in art. Any style by any artist can find its home within their quarter. Art knows no boundaries of time, place, or the mind. Here we stand, united by the rain, drawn to the same painting. They say in art, we glimpse pieces of our own soul. What do you make of this piece? Care to share your thoughts? It is typical of symbolism to conceal ideas in a play of colors and forms. But sometimes simplicity is more powerful. I share the same view, except that I'm somehow saddened by the part that forsakes its character to achieve balance. Perhaps chosen by the artist for its uniqueness. Now is not the time to cling to existing balance, but to embrace the unknown. Seek change and carve out one's path, just as she once did.
Glory in Decay. The Impressionist Pizzoli's latest piece. Didn't know you had such refined taste. I dodged those pesky eyes the whole way here, worried you'd been kept waiting too long. But it seems you've kept yourself entertained. So, the old gentleman was simply hiding from the rain, was he? I see. The Montelli Quarter does attract art enthusiasts. Anyway, I'm glad prying eyes didn't follow. When it rains in Ragusa, surprises are as common as puddles. A delay is only a small splash. Calling you here with little explanation and a word of caution, I can only imagine your confusion. The shark in our midst has finally made its move. Recently, several of our partners claimed to have found a superior cellar and ended their dealings with us. Meanwhile, Bennett, our vault keeper, was reported to have embezzled and sold vault assets. It's said that he tried to flee, but was killed by tacit discords outside the city. I'm not so sure. I've worked with Bennett before. He was principled, bold, but not reckless. Not one to easily betray. And the night he died, he sent a photo to my terminal. A blood-stained page of an anthology, marked with 3 phrases. Thy eyes guide my course in the tempest. When 40 winters siege thy beauty, and the planet turns right, twice and a half. The meaning is yet to be revealed, but he is clearly conveying a message. All evidence points to Bennett being the key to uncovering the shark lurking in our waters. The Montelli family is a symbol of liberation for Raguna. We uphold freedom and equality for all. Our vault is the heart of our family. And if it is corrupted, it threatens not only us, but risks plunging the city back into oppression and isolation. As much as I hate to suspect family members, I cannot rule any of them out. You, however, are different. As an outsider who has aided us in capturing the initial traitors, I hope to not be proven wrong, but I feel that I can trust you. My uncle's words were clear. Only those at the table can play the game. To engage with my family, one must have both standing and purpose. So, I offer you a new identity in our upcoming inquiry. Cat's Eye, a provisional member under my patronage. If you wish to join, you must undertake the final assessment and pledge your loyalty to the Montellis. When it comes to family matters, we like to use code names, each tied to a unique token. Mine, for example, is Opal. Opal recommended Cat's Eye. It has a ring to it, don't you think? Also, have you looked closely at your own eyes? They share the same luster as Cat's Eye gems. Now, Cat's Eye, will you stand with me to catch the traitor within our family and avert this looming threat?
I understand decorum is important to the Montellis, but among friends, can't we be a bit more informal?
What made you say that? Ah, you're curious who I am beyond my role, is that it? I just might entertain that thought. But for now, my agents just sent me the address of Bennett's residence. While his body has been found, what he left behind is still out there. seems someone has acted faster. Those two, they're my uncle's agents, Sage and Acorn. Yes, we address each other by code names, handy identifiers in a crowd. I'll keep you updated on the family members' code names we encounter, along with any other details you might need. Seems like they are looking for something as well. It's only natural my uncle wishes to retrieve the lost items, but my presence might raise a few eyebrows. Yes, you try and loosen their lips. If memory serves, they are senior members, having served under my uncle for years. Regulars at margaritas. Talk business with merchants and wine with drinkers. Engage their interests, and their words will flow like a river.
Hey, that's you they're calling.
No, that's both of us. But I don't recognize this person.
Neither do I. Listen up.
Okay, you got the names right. Must be family. Who are you? Cat's Eye. Doesn't ring a bell. Probably one of those new recruits after the Carnival.
So, what do you need? We are just about to wrap up and grab a bite at margaritas. Still got a lot on our plate today.
Say, I've heard whispers of your skills. Seeing you here, it's clear you're on an important mission, aren't you? I haven't faced a true challenge since I got here. Would you accept my help? I'm sure I'd learn a thing or two.
Easy. We've just finished up, so nothing more to help with. But here's something I can tell you. Someone tried to steal from the vault recently. No, not yet. We've looked everywhere, but found nothing.
To be honest, I doubt we'll ever find them. The thief has probably sold everything off by now, and we are short on manpower. That's a needle in a haystack, if you ask me. Well, our boss is the Padrino's son. He has his methods. Our job is to follow orders, not to ask questions. Just do what we're told, and do it well.
That's right. If you spot anything unusual, keep an eye on it. Could be your big break. With a bit more time, I think you'll do just fine.
So, they found nothing, but assumed Uncle wasn't concerned. That makes no sense. Everything that happened recently ties back to the vault. If Uncle wished to protect his position, he'd be quick to retrieve the items and resolve the situation. Curiously, Bennett was last sighted in the vicinity of Liberty Square, where you met Uncle. Last night, I was investigating the area before I happened upon your private meeting. But when I brought this up with him afterwards, he didn't seem privy to any details. As for my search of Bennett's home, nothing of note turned up, just as the two agents reported. I found no spoils, not even the faintest trace of them being stored or moved. Everything about his living space fits the profile of a typical junior vault. I also asked around about Bennett after our previous collaboration. He was ambitious, but never greedy. The Montelli family is ever generous with wealth and opportunities, welcoming all who aspire to make their mark in Ragusa. For now, more evidence is required. The entire matter might need to be approached from a different angle. Shh! Hold still. See that man over there, the one that looks like a grey dove? After him, quick. Nowhere to run. Now it's time for a proper chat.
These old creaky bones of mine. Did I offend you? Or are you just chasing down every passing soul?
He had no choice but to run. To escape his past and sever... Right, old Duncan?
I must admit, you have an annoyingly good memory. It's remarkable that someone of your rank would remember a man such as myself.
I will never forget that stormy night. Nor any of the members who were caught...
Sadly, I've no desire to be remembered. There were moments of joy, but they cannot make up for my loss. Now, I only feel tired.
Why go back to what you claim to have left in the past? Unless there's something you can't ignore.
You were standing across from Bennett's doorway, and your clothes are still damp from the rain. You weren't simply passing by, you were watching.
I don't know. To grieve for my last friend in the family? To blame him for or to figure out how this fool ended up in such a mess? I tried to persuade him to leave with me, but failed. In Raguna's game, the Montelli family has only two options. We either play to win, or are forced to leave with nothing. Every Montelli has a chance at their desires. But what's the price? They stake everything they hold dear. Family, love, faith, principles, and even their life. Now, his ambition and greed have cost him everything.
Most people find acceptance easier than change, as change demands the bravery to face uncertainty. So yes, if the Montellis are to drive the change and push past current barriers, the path ahead will be anything but easy. The family exists to withstand what an individual cannot, and accomplish what might otherwise be unattainable. But within the family, each Montelli still enjoys the freedom of choice. Your leave if you're willing. There is still much to be done for Bennett. His terminal, the alleged stolen goods, everything. Given your familiarity, you might help us in locating these items.
In that case, you might want to speak to Scarlet Velvet. The leader of a network of commoners seeking freedom in Raguna. They had close ties with Bennett. If he was really stealing, I'd wager they were complicit. And that said, with their recent fallout with the family, I can't...
We have little choice but to try. Now, let's go. We're off to the most reliable source of information in Raguna. This is the place. In Raguna's market, they say fortunes among traders. There's a secret code in the way drinks are made. A base of bitter almond and mint, for instance, usually signals danger and death. Yes. This area is essentially a neutral zone in the city. With the ongoing feud between Scarlet Velvet and the Montellis, finding her will be difficult. But I've heard they have eyes and ears here. So all that remains is to order the right drink, watch the crowd, and let their react.
Greetings. What will it be today?
A scarlet velvet ribbon, please.
Scarlet velvet. An uncommon choice. Perhaps the one you seek is waiting just as... Anything else I can get you? Or is there a problem with the drinks?
As expected from a scarlet velvet informant, you are smart. In a place like this, a bartender is the perfect cover. The least noticed, but with the best view. You mix every drink and pass every code. You might not understand all of them, but nothing of importance ever escapes you. So this scarlet velvet ribbon is meant for you. Am I correct, sir?
Well, well. It finds its way back to me at last. A drink of trouble, I'd call it. Contact has been made, and by the rules, a conversation should follow. But Scarlet Velvet has decided there will be no further dealings with the Montellis. The partnership is broken, and whatever bond you had is all but gone. If you do meet up,
It's rumored that Scarlet Velvet's decision to end our partnership has something to do with a vault keeper named Bennett.
surely you don't believe that nonsense.
Then what is the truth? Bennett would...
Wait, Bennett is dead? That complicates things. I'm not sure if trusting Montelli is a wise choice. Go to Whisperwind Haven after dusk.
Terminals are divine artifacts from the Sentinel. What you possessed were nothing but privately made replicas.
We never stopped asking the Order for permission to wear the terminals. You've controlled the terminal supply, and the family stopped trading with us. These are all...
I can sense your fervent desire for the artifacts, and if you willingly part with your wealth in devotion to the Order's divine cause, the door to forgive. But should you persist in your defiance, we'll have to escort you to
The Order and the commoners. It must be Scarlet Velvet causing this. The Order's arrogance is known, but such blatant actions. Let's first address their troubles, and then...
Ah, the Montelli's second daughter, and this year's laureate. Must I remind you again? Trading reserved.
We paid good money for these. If you're taking them,
Yet the very traders who took your money have seen how sad, Miss Carlotta. Such loyalty to your family.
Oh, please. My ties with the family are not so fragile as to be shaken by mere words. The fact that we're having this conversation at all means that you cannot ignore my status. The Sentinel and the Primus have declared free trade as our undeniable right. Scarlet, you preach the doctrine, yet fail to adhere to it yourself.
Mark my words. The day Montelli is brought to its knees by the Order and Phasalia will be the day you beg for the Sentinel's mercy. When that day comes, all shall be under the Order's control, and it will...
Ernesto, the bartender, said you needed to see me. You may have just offended us, but you heard it. Your family has left us in a mess. But, since Ernesto said it's about Bennett, I'll give you a minute, for his sake. Regardless of the bigger picture, your side ended the deal. We were informed at short notice to stop all trade. And it's not just the terminals. No more jewellery, perfumes and all that nonsense. Not to mention, I haven't seen him on telly for nearly 2 weeks. Where were you when we were fighting against the Order and the Phasalias?
There was a slight issue of a traitor in the vault, so our hands were tied. A direct approach works best at times. Actually, what that acolyte claimed is news to me. The Montelli creed has always been family first and a pioneering spirit second.
With your grandfather, maybe. But he won't be around forever. When Capello takes the helm, the real question is whether we can get our trade back on track. Can your family still be trusted? What I need is a solid One thing's for sure. I don't want to see the family who first broke the monopoly to trade with us commoners end up defending it.
I'll speak with my uncle and grandfather to see what happened with our cooperation.
You know what? This is supposed to be your family's business. Why am I saying this to you? So, Ernesto told me Bennett's gone. What happened? He seemed fine Good judgment there. The rumours are nonsense. Fencing stolen goods, please. Bennett, nothing shady, okay? He knew his stuff. Never took advantage of us, never budged on prices either. For him, it was always business first, friendship second. When he was running late, he'd stay up at that hill sometimes. We even set up a shelter there after it happened. Come to think of it, he did stay there for a while the last time we saw him. Asked us to stash something too. What was it he said?
Seems Bennett may have anticipated the trouble ahead. I wonder if you might show us to the shelter. We'd be most grateful.
There's an entrance along the coast. Go straight down the road and you'll see it. What's your business there anyway?
Watch out. At your disposal.
Witness the Archpretor!
quickly and swiftly. You can tell someone was here. Look at the mess. Perhaps Bennett deliberately arranged it this way as a cover. We'll each use our senses to search. Then let's gather and analyze the clues we find. Something is strange here.
These items aren't exactly rare, but they're not everyday objects either.
Indeed. But what I find strange is these items. Do you recall those 3 lines from the anthology? The ones Bennett sent me in the photo. Thy eyes guide my course in the tempest. The woman in the painting here seems like the secret code in drinks. What matters is never the object themselves, but the shared rules and agreements between both parties. Now the book. It appears to be about winter, which is likely related to the second. The last one is a rotor device. MLCL 190468. That format. It's, of course it is. Bennett was a vault keeper. 4 letters. The highest clear. Hold on.
Carlote? Yeah. You asked me to... That's for me to know and you to... But it was not in good shape after what it went through. Yeah, if you can...
Understood. I'll have someone pick it up for restoration.
Wait, what now? What, you're not even... Oh, no, it's nothing, really. Just worried it might be too tricky to repair.
All right. We'll inform you when there's more to share. We're returning to the Montelli quarter first. The terminal will be fixed there. You might not know this, but Bennett was never granted the highest clear...
Isn't that a good sign? It means Bennett might not be guilty after all, just as you suspected.
But it's replaced by another suspicion. One I am reluctant to entertain, but only grandfather, uncle, and I have the highest clearance. Liberty Square, our proximity. The vault has someone all evidence points to. But if it was truly him, the heir to our family, who betrayed us, wouldn't now all that remains is to see what the code reveals.
I'll be with you no matter what. So, let's see where this leads.
My people just reported some initial progress on the terminal repair. Let's go. Our meet-up spot is right ahead.
Lady Carlotta, we received a terminal addressed to you, signed DC. The initial restoration is almost complete. but some data is overwritten or isolated due to the extensive damage. Our evaluation suggests that a full restoration might not be worth it.
Good. Make sure to contact him.
Absolutely. One moment.
Yes, that's where I was investigating that night. Seems like the intel was right, and the other location... I think it's my... Reviewing the records hardly proves the connection between these locations. If time permits, we should take the terminal to Mr. Pierre. He's an old friend of Grandfather's and is an expert in this field. There may be other useful information in the terminal. But first, let's put that code to use. It could help. Follow me. This is why I suggested we return here. The complete inventory and access records can only be found here, accessible to those with the Please, follow me. Someone extracted the core data module. This must be what Bennett was trying to tell us before he died. So, in Rinascita, the Order maintains control over terminals, unlike other countries where our Lanjutan-type terminal is a modified model. It may look purely ornamental, but it houses the tech modules we've developed. As Scarlet Velvet said, aside from our art dealings, we've been supplying these terminals to resonators at fair prices as part of our discreet business. By doing so, we've broken the Order's monopoly. We've given more people the means to protect. The Order is aware of our discreet business, but they turn a blind eye as long as we don't openly challenge them. As a result, no family member would ever divulge our terminal secrets. No. We must find the core module.
Carlote, where are you?
Uncle, may I ask you something first?
Does it matter? All you need to know is that it's handled, and I'm in the clear now.
Were you mistreated? Did they coerce you into doing something against your will?
Heed my words. Whatever you've uncovered, put it behind you and all will be as it was. No grudges. Now, we've had some trouble with the shipment over at Septimont. As the rightful heir, I'm giving you a new order. Take care of it. And
I refuse.
Excuse me?
I said I refuse. I can't act as if nothing happened. I won't let a family member die unjustly, or see our modules fall into...
Don't trouble yourself with the modules. Yes, our family's ambition has led us far, but it's exacted a price paid in blood and...
I can't believe you just said that. So, you're a...
Why do you insist on tearing everything apart? Have you ever thought about what Patrick...
Then so be it. Your course is set, as is mine. I'm sorry you have to see this side of our family. Really? I just wish I may need more time to come to terms with all of this. I don't regret uncovering the truth. We were meant to be the guardians of our family's ideals. Well, Wallowing in emotion won't solve anything. Our priority now is to recover the data module. The core module is difficult to carry around. We need to adjust our strategy. My conversation with Capello will have alerted him. He's likely to move the module sooner than expected. I need to inspect indeed, but time is not on our side. If Capello acts on this, I need you to take this terminal to Pierre at the bank. If the dock turns out to be a dead end, I know that securing the module alone won't suffice. I must uncover Capello's true motives. How it will... They call it a dock, but no ships ever come. Nothing so far. Was I wrong? Maybe this place doesn't hold what we're looking for. Or am I too late? Did Capello get in the energy fluctuation? It was going off and on. No. Such a big mirror. Doesn't seem to be made of common glass, but some kind of crystallized... Will I find the data module on the other side? Or was all this just a trap?
Hello again. You don't seem very surprised to learn who...
Carlotta told me Mr. Pierre always follows her grandfather around. My instincts weren't wrong when I saw you together. It also explains why you seemed familiar when we first met.
What's the term for it? A destined encounter? The universe brought us together. That's it. I doubt you want more chit-chat. I know you're... Let Pierre inspect it for you, and we can... Remember that painting we discussed earlier? In a fragile equilibrium, the smaller piece is forced to repress its true nature. But I can't simply impose my path upon her, expecting blood. As for those who betray their own blood, there will be no lead. However, before I intervene, the old give way to the new. So I ask you this favor. When the time...
It's a little tricky, but this terminal is defunct, but I've retrieved all its data, even the overwritten and The terminal has been tampered with, but nothing was intentionally erased. I can show you. Do you have a terminal? I'll send over the data so you can see for yourself.
I assume you've taken care of Bennett's body.
We dumped him in the Tacit Discord zone overnight. Sir, are you sure? Are we really going to work with the Order?
We're in too deep now. Handing over the data module to the Order will... And Bennett, I would have taken care of him. He knew too much. He deserved it for pursuing the Scarlet Velvet.
Yes, sir.
We all stood together on that stormy night. The best way to avoid sacrifice. You may have left the family, and I should expect no more favors from you.
What's in it? Carlote?
Nothing. Save for the standard look. In 3 days, I'll be negotiating on behalf of the family with the Order. I just want to make sure Carlote does think about Bennett. If you take care of this, I will overlook what he stole.
Unbelievable. What is Capello even thinking? Killing one of my terminal? No, it's too risky. Wait, I'll record it. Then overwrite with new data. I have to keep this record well.
A trap? Wait, sir.
She's already there, so why bother?
What is that?
The family will shield you.
These flashbacks. Could it be from touching that mirror? Energy crystals made into a mirror with pre-made sonoro inside. These masterless echoes have turned hostile. The frequency fluctuations in the sonoro seem unstable. I'll have to handle them before I can search the area. Can you keep up? Not even close. Can you keep up? The world is mine! Still recognize me? Found your weak spot. There's nothing else in my life. All these obstacles suggest the answer is likely there. I must investigate that mansion. The way out and the clues I need may lie within its walls. This layout and decor seems strikingly similar to our mansion, just with slight differences. This area, these decorations, the chandeliers specifically, were destroyed during the invasion.
If you're telling me he's adopting that orphan girl from the other side of the family, actually, I imagine the whole family's caught wind of it by now.
Tell me, how on earth do you stay in the loop, tinkering away at home like...
Orphan girl from the other side of the family, adopted by Padrino. A mere touch of the mirror was enough to instantly draw out my memory.
You look a little familiar. Oh, it's you again.
You shouldn't know me yet.
I don't understand. What time? What are you talking about?
Sorry, please don't mind what I just said. I'm not really sure where I am, why I'm here.
Actually, I think he meant to say, we just saw you.
Yeah, I'm just surprised you're back so soon. By the way, your outfit. No, it's more the accessories, really. Yours are red, but the person I saw had blue ones on her wrists.
Blue accessories. I saw blue accessories. I suppose she's the friend who invited me here. Could you tell me where she's gone? I've been left alone since arriving, and I believe I really should.
Perhaps she's just out for a stroll. The preparations are behind schedule due to a mishap.
Yes, now I remember. The rally didn't stop. On the other hand, once the lights are turned on... Thank you. I think I know where I'm...
You're welcome. I suppose...
I doubt it means much to...
Fancy a wager? I bet 2 dinners you can't guess what.
Gently does it? Lighter than a dove. Start small to build big. Gently does it? Can you keep up? All right, time to check the lobby.
Come over, my child.
Sir, are you talking?
Yes. Fret not, Carlote. Come up to the front, so everyone can see you. Today is a special day. As my granddaughter, you will now carry the Montelli name.
I knew it. She shares our bloodline. She is a true Montelli, just like the Padrino.
Puny little thing. Such a nervous look to her.
Isn't she from the lesser side of the family? And a girl at that. Why? My thoughts exactly. I failed to see how she could possibly belong to our ranks, let alone...
It was you. Recognition. Praise. Glory. Isn't that what you want? Stay here, and you'll have all of that. The exit. Dazzling sunlight. Am I in the court? Have I left that scenario already? Now the question is, what moment from my past... How do I leave this place? Leave? But didn't you just follow me here? Cut the nonsense. You were the one who brought me into this scenario. Ugh, fine. But why should I tell you? True, I brought you here. But remember, I am from this moment on, I am also Carlote Montelli. Don't pretend we're alike in any way. And keep the Montelli name out of your filthy mouth. Oh, right. How could I forget? You worked so hard to earn the... A poor little girl from the forgotten side of the family. Trying desperately to fit in with the grandeur of her new home. Fear you're a star in the ballroom. A top investor at the auction house. But your true talent, being the family's favorite weapon, carrying out orders. I thought you'd be thrilled with what I'm offering you. Acceptance, validation. Oh, planning to shoot me again? Don't bother. This scenario is born from your consciousness. Since the frequencies here can be shattered, they can also be brought together again. Why not try shooting yourself? Perhaps that will work. Don't be so quick to deny it. If you truly never craved acceptance and recognition, since praise and affirmation are... Glory demands more. Still recognize me? Running won't save me. Nice work. But you must be dying to know which part of the past... Blood debts will catch up with those who have to. Ah, now you remember.
Help!
Damn it! This is a trap!
Did you hear that? Oh, the panic in their voice. Quickly and swiftly. Still recognize me. Victory favors me. Nice. Found your weak spot. Masterpiece complete.
Three key areas have been hit one after another. Intel says the Physaelians are gearing up. They ambushed Father first before we did anything to them.
We're running out of time. Capola, we need a
No, we shouldn't do that. The Physaelians were keeping an eye on our other territory.
No, we're not doing that. They can take the West End.
Why? They're tough, but we're no pushovers either. We earned our turf when Padrino eventually wakes. How do you plan to explain that we have let he...
But we still risk exposing the location of our headquarters.
What about you, Carlote? What do you think?
Once again, this deviates from my past experience. We'll hit their base. Our people on the East End, the South Second Block and the Dock will stay put. Then we'll send our main forces to where the Physaelians keep their echoes. As they know what we value most, we need to demand something.
Is this really going to work?
We can't afford to lose our people. Everything else, even them, I'll cover the rear. Quickly and swiftly. Still recognize me. Take this! I'm still standing. Such an eye for an eye. Red. A fading red. An absurd, impudent display. Still recognize me? Not even close. Is that it? Penkeeper. Penkeeper. The world is mine. Surrender. Take this. Masterpiece complete. Still recognize me? I'm still standing. Glory demands more. A new era awaits. Still recognize me? Found your weak spot. Wow. Look at you with your brilliant plan. So clever. It could have saved us from our humiliating defeat. And of course, you didn't just come up with it because you knew what happened. No. That idea has been brewing in your mind since that very day. How does it feel to back then? No one bothered to ask for your input. The family ended up making the worst possible choice.
No. Cynthia. Look at me. Oh, you're the only family I have left. How much more do we have to lose?
In the end, your dear grandfather had to step in and fix the mess you all made. The plan advanced, but the dead were forever. With that blood debt haunting you, you became the sharpest blade. And Capello? Did he think of seeking the Order's protection after that? When it became painfully clear that his power alone couldn't secure his ambitions. Come to think of it, by doing so, the family's interests. You were never meant to make decisions for the family. No matter what you say, I must stop him. Why? Didn't I just show you a better future than what you face now? Merely an illusion of your... The past is set in stone. We only have one path. Yes, the cold rain from that night still haunts us. I might not be in charge, but my principles are... I must leave here and stop. You're unshakable. Our negotiations have reached a dead end.
Left! You should have gone left! Wait. Or maybe not. Think it over. I told you before. You should take the easier way out.
Wrong again. Do you really think you can choose the right path? Stay. Let's get lost in this maze together.
Do you truly think you are worthy of the Montelli name? Just give up. What an embarrassing sight. What is so painful to watch? You might have another chance up ahead. Don't disappoint us, okay?
Yes, that's right. Keep moving forward. You're getting close. You have to press ahead. Don't doubt yourself.
Don't you see? This is what happens when you choose the wrong path and back the wrong horse. The cost will be far greater than you thought.
No, not this way, Piccolina. You should try another way. Choose wisely.
Why are you...
I was worried you might be in danger. Also, I'm here to deliver this. The gun was always there. You earned... Looks like you've made up your mind.
The Padrino's gun never leaves his sight. If he places it within your reach, it can only mean one thing. You've been entrusted with the authority to act in the name of Montelli. Now, whether it fires and where it aims, the choice is mine alone. I am merely a blade made for killing. Am I really qualified to change the status quo?
Why won't you obey my order?
I'm getting old.
If we can make other people pay the price.
So, why can't you just give in to me and stay here? The world is mine. Still recognize me?
Swift and resolute. The hour is upon us. One with the sounds. No hesitation.
Running won't save me. Still recognize me? Glory demands more. How did you let go of confusion and doubt so easily? Those were your true feelings. You and I. What makes us so different? Rover, care for a story? A story about why a certain girl was adopted. Prayer alone offers no salvation. In the face of survival, creed becomes meaningless.
How dare she eat the tribute? Nanny always said that food is for tribute. It's not for eating.
You're bad, girl. I'm telling Nanny.
Who would have thought? She's a Montelli after all. The hall is in chaos. Yet she clings to her weapon. What a monster!
This suits a Montelli well. Repurposing decoration into a weapon, defying indoctrination
to chart the course forward. Her blood runs with the same fierce will as ours. Come with me. The family will shield you and open your eyes to a new world. You will rise to become a true Montelli.
I see. So Duncan was in the dark about the real cause of Bennett's death. Duncan gave us a rigged terminal to cover Bennett's debt, clearing his name. Capello couldn't have tampered with the terminal data himself, or he would... I can empathize with Duncan. Even to some extent, Capello. We will never achieve that by surrendering ourselves to the Order. From the very beginning, our paths diverged. Grandfather and the others have already paved the way. I will follow their lead and chart a course towards a brighter tomorrow. Wealth and power will safeguard our freedom, while the Montelli family is set to break the Order's suffocating hold. The family exists to accomplish what one cannot, and withstand the wind. Like I said, we seize control. An all-out war with the Order isn't a wise move. Rather than blindly tailing Capello in search of a hidden data module, let's take control. Scarlet Velvet mentioned they need a formal reply, and we can deliver that. Care to help me give them an unforgettable response in 2 days?
Checking your location. Have you reached the spot? Perfect. Remember to be stealthy. Scarlet Velvet and my operatives are positioned in all the streets around the venue. Only has one entrance. I've arranged for a handler to get you in.
Oh, the upstairs parlour is off limits. Yeah. Now that you mentioned it... What was that? You do have a point, but it's a special day. I need to confirm everyone's identity. What's your code name? Show me your tote.
Hey, Tulip! Why are you still standing there? Come here. Boss just asked for you.
Ah, a tulip coin. I remember you. You work at the vault, don't you? We had a drink at Margarita. No wonder you arrived early. You people at the vault...
Yeah. We can talk after getting the job done. Now hurry up.
Have you made it inside? This area is under surveillance. On either side of the main stage, you should see something that looks like a control panel. Operate it to disable the cameras, then place the gems I made with my forte into position. How did it go? Any issues?
Everything's fine. Just got to the place we agreed on. Blind spot. Done. Main hall, 5 o'clock. Done. The front of the hall. Done. Back window. Done. The setup's complete and the time we... How's it going on your end?
I'm out of the mirror and the jam is set up. Capello actually inspired this plan. The Order's agents have taken the bait and are at the location. We'll head out at the chime of the hour.
Nearly go time. The Order's men should be here. Double check everything.
We should talk, Capello.
You! Why are you here?
Your guests won't be showing up.
Carlote. Looks like you've pieced together the whole story. So it was your crew who tipped us off about changing the time. Let me guess. You fed the same line to the Order, didn't you? Playing both sides.
Capello's promise of safety and comfort are nothing but a sham. He didn't fall at the hands of tacit discords, but to Capello himself. The path of the Montelli family is one of unity. I can't promise there won't be more losses, but I would. Now, will you continue down this path?
Trust built on deception always comes back to haunt.
Now that you've lost both the goods and your trading partners, this is your last chance to bow out.
Bow out gracefully? Do you think I still care about saving face at this point? My only regret is not being ruthless enough. I should have cut you loose earlier, making you pay the price like the others who crossed me. And what of it? We lack the power to protect everyone, so what's wrong with seeking a powerful ally? Why not align ourselves with those... You're right. I've crossed the line. But Everyone, capture them!
Time to leave.
Copy.
Fall for me, will you? Let's fall together. Scarlet Velvet's people have secured Duncan and will bring him to a safe house. He'll return after everything's settled. Regarding the Order, I tasked Blue Rain and Retriever to pose as Capello's agents and declare the cooperation null and void. No data module, no explanation or any follow-up. Rain's back. I remember telling Grandfather how I hated the rainy season. I once saw rain as a bad omen in Raguna. When it rains, it's easier to wash away bloodstains. That's why it acts of revenge. But today's rain feels different. As it falls,
Well done, Carlote. Thank you, Rover. My girl could not have accomplished this without your assistance. I had faith in you too, but you surpassed my expectations. It appears I underestimated the potential that you possess when working together.
what he just said looks like someone's been keeping secrets. I've been curious. You entered that Sonaro and delivered his gun to me. How did you earn my grandfather's trust so soon? The nerve. Fine. Since we make such a good team, I'll let it slide for now.
Capello and his lackeys will face the consequences of their actions. There's a lot at play here. It will require some effort and a true Montelli at my side.
I see. I'll take care of the rest. But before that... Yes. What, miss me already? No need to feel sad about parting, for each goodbye brings us closer to the next hello. That's my favorite way to think of it. A countdown to our next reunion. With Capello ousted, the family needs someone to fill his shoes. I must assist my grandfather through this tumultuous transition. There's no one else to do it. Thank you, Rover. As my grandfather said, things couldn't have gone so smoothly without your help and support. Now that the dust has settled, You no longer need to stay with me as Cat's Eye of the Montelli family. As I said, every member gets a token that matches their codename. Though you already have a pair of cat's eyes, please accept this as a token of my appreciation. No, this gem wasn't crafted by my forte. I chose it just for you. I know someone like you won't stay just for me, and joining the Montelli family might not be in your plans just yet. But I'll keep this code name for you, Cat's Eye. The first and only member to receive my personal invitation.